Hi guys! Hi everybody! Welcome to our Facebook Live. So we know that improving your family's health and wellness is a top priority, which is why we're really excited to share more with you during today's Facebook Live about the superfood benefits of mushrooms. We're going to be giving away some amazing prizes, so make sure you comment, say hello, let us know you're here, share, all of that great stuff. So I'm Eleanor, and today I am joined by Sandra Carter, PhD, the founder of Organic Mushroom Nutrition and M2 Ingredients. So we're chatting with her today about some of the incredible health benefits that a specific type of mushrooms called functional mushrooms provide, and why they're a really healthy lifestyle game changer for your family. Before we get into all that, though, I just want to give a quick overview of Mom's Meat for those of you who are joining us for the first time. So Mom's Meat is a large online community of moms, dads, grandparents, caretakers who are passionate about raising healthy families. So it's a really wonderful community. Everyone who is part of it is great. So make sure you go ahead and visit momsmeat.com to learn all about us and all the great resources we offer. You can sign up to become a mom ambassador and sample some really cool, better for you products for free. So this Facebook Live is brought to you by Organic Mushroom Nutrition. So they're the leading producer of the highest quality, certified 100% organic functional mushroom powders. During this event, representatives from Organic Mushroom Nutrition will be responding to some of your comments and questions. So make sure if you have anything you want to ask, you toss it in the comments below. Obviously, we have a giveaway today, our favorite. So today we're giving 5 lucky winners a box of Mushroom Hot Chocolate Blend. So this looks absolutely delicious. So it's a rich blend of superfood mushrooms and Dutch cocoa packed with antioxidants to help you focus, de-stress, and chill out. So this delicious drink can be enjoyed hot or cold. So it's great with almond milk for the hot summer days. Mix in with a little ice, almond milk. Sounds great. But I mean, mushrooms and chocolate, who would have thought? I mean, it blew my mind. I was like, wow, that sounds really interesting and incredible at the same time. So for you to win, make sure you're commenting, liking, and sharing. And we want to know, have you ever used or thought about using mushrooms as part of your family's health routine? Additionally, and this is a great little giveaway that is doing, if you go ahead and you follow Mushrooms on Instagram, their handle is @mushrooms, you will get a chance to win an awesome custom Yeti mug. Sandra's gonna, yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I love the color. Yeah. So make sure you go ahead and follow them on Instagram, drop a comment, give us a like, all of that. So let's go into some mushroom chat. So I've personally always been really interested in mushrooms. I grew up in the woods of Pennsylvania, so I actually had an interesting childhood of foraging for some of the more foodie mushrooms. So things like morels, chanterelles, chicken of the woods. But despite having that background and, my stepdad kind of being really interested in mushrooms, I really never heard of functional mushrooms until recently. And all I really knew about them was that they had like some incredible health benefits. So very excited to tell us more about the magical mushrooms, functional mushrooms. We have Dr. Carter here. So she is a mother and health and wellness expert with a PhD in preventative medicine. So everyone say hi to Sandra, Dr. Carter. So we're so happy.
Hi, everyone, and thanks, Eleanor, for inviting me today to have a little chat with you and all of the moms out there.
Yeah, of course. So when we're talking about functional mushrooms, we're not talking about the kinds of mushrooms you can get at the grocery store, right? You can't go in and buy the cute little button tops. It's not one of those, right?
Yeah, functional mushrooms, some mushrooms can be what we call culinary, that you do see in your produce salad, like shiitake and maitake or shiitake. Those are both culinary, and as well they have functional properties. But there are additional mushrooms such as reishi, lion's mane, turkey tail. They all have interesting names that have other unique benefits. And so it's an incredibly interesting kingdom, the kingdom of mushrooms. And mushrooms have been used traditionally in Asian culture for hundreds and hundreds of years. And it's something that most Asians include as part of their everyday diet. But it's something that's new to, I'll call it the Western cultures. And so they're now just really discovering all of the amazing benefits of these unique functional mushrooms.
Wow, I have never realized how long that they've been using functional mushrooms for. Mm-hmm. It's kind of incredible, though, to think about that this is in some ways a traditional way that people have been using mushrooms to help themselves live healthier lives.
Yeah, and of course, all of that traditional use has been well studied. The NIH, for instance, has thousands of research articles on all of their basic science behind the individual species of mushrooms, as well as the applied benefits of the mushrooms as well. And so there's a tremendous amount of research on each individual species of mushrooms.
Wow, that's incredible. I can't wait to hear more about that. But before we jump in, of course, we want to talk a little bit about Almond Mushroom Nutrition itself. So Almond Mushroom Nutrition grows 11 species of functional whole food organic mushrooms at their state-of-the-art growing farm in Carlsbad, California.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So we grow 11 different unique mushrooms. We grow them, as you mentioned, in a controlled growing environment. And why do we want to do that? Well, mushrooms are bioaccumulators. So it's really important you know where they come from, meaning that if they're grown in something that has toxins or pesticides, heavy metals, that all comes along for the finished product. And so we are able to control everything from the beginning of the growing cycle all the way to the end. And we can moderate the temperature, the airflow, the lighting, everything to really optimize the nutrients in the mushroom itself. The other thing we want to do is we want to capture the full life cycle of the mushroom. And so what you see above ground that pops up in your yard is called the fruit body stage of the mushroom. It's the shortest part of the mushroom life cycle. The other part of the mushroom cycle is called mycelia. And mycelia in nature can last for hundreds of years.
Wow.
They can spread out of over hundreds of acres. If those of you who saw Avatar and you saw the wisdom of the trees, well, the wisdom is the connectivity of the mushroom, the mycelium underneath. And in nature, it's sort of like, we call it the wood wide web. It connects and it communicates from tree to tree, from these vast areas. And we want to capture that. So we grow the full life cycle of the mushroom. And so we grow it on a nutritious substrate. And so we grow it and we're vertically integrated. We dehydrated. This is a reishi antler form of a mushroom, right? Not what you see in your grocery store, right, as you mentioned. And so this part over here, the beginning part, is called the mycelial biomass. And so we want to capture all that nutrition, all the bioactivity, and then dehydrate it, mill it into a powder so we can create these great products that you and your family can use every day.
Yeah, and that's one of the really awesome things about Orm Organic Mushroom Nutrition is you guys offer all of these products that help people incorporate functional mushrooms into their everyday lives. I know we had the hot chocolate that we talked about earlier. So there's hot drink mixes, cold drink mixes, capsules, powders, broths, so many different types of ways that you can incorporate this. So why don't we just jump right in then to all of these questions, because I'm just ready to learn so much more about functional mushrooms. So to our viewers out there, make sure you're dropping any questions, comments about functional mushrooms below. So I guess the first question that I have for you, and just because I think this is it's something interesting that I wouldn't know how to even get into, how did you first get into functional mushrooms and like this entire kind of industry?
Yeah. One of my nieces says, so Mom, so Auntie, you're pushing shrooms now. So I, was a hospital administrator before this. And I have, as you mentioned, I have a PhD in preventive medicine. I've spent 40 years in health and wellness in a wide array of different positions. And I am passionate about helping people with their health and wellness. And when I was introduced to our mycologist, Steve Farrar, at an integrative medicine conference, I really became fascinated with mushrooms and how many applications they had for health and wellness and sports performance as well. And so we created this company in 2010, and along with it our own organic mushroom products. And we're so delighted now to see so many people become aware of mushrooms and all their applications. And one of our big motivations was to create products that people could use in their everyday life. Because mushrooms are considered to be tonics. They're something that need to be used every day. So they create the adaptations in your own body. They're not a pharmaceutical, right? So you need to take them, but you need to make that interesting for people. I think a lot of people get tired of taking capsules. And so if you can have hot chocolate and different drinks and broths and all these other wonderful products, then it makes it a lot easier for you to include it in your daily regime.
Yeah, so we kind of chatted a little bit earlier about some of the different types of functional mushrooms, but like, is there a specific like set of them? What mushrooms are really considered functional mushrooms?
So some of the mushrooms that I mentioned, reishi, lion's mane, turkey tail, shiitake, maitake, agaricus blazei is a unique mushroom from Brazil, for instance. Cordyceps is a mushroom that's native to the high Himalayas that helps with oxygenation of your blood. So it helps with natural energy. It helps with ATP synthesis. So it's really great for athletes and endurance as well. Lion's mane is a unique mushroom that has research related to cognitive health. And reishi, as I mentioned before, is a mushroom that's unique not only for its ability to help promote or strengthen a weak immune system, it can also immunomodulate or downregulate an overactive immune system. And we're certainly seeing more and more people with autoimmune issues out there. And most of these mushrooms are considered to be adaptogens. And I know that a lot of people are learning more and more about adaptogens and how they can help manage health and wellness.
Wow. So you did also talk a little bit about the process that you guys use to grow your mushrooms. Is there something different specifically in the functional mushroom area that you guys do that other places don't?
Yes, absolutely. And one of the things that we believe in, as I mentioned, we want to capture all that goodness of the whole mushroom. Mushrooms are largely known for their immune benefits. And I know everybody is really wanting to learn more and more about how they can have the strongest immune system possible right now. So mushrooms are known for something called a beta-glucan, which is a polysaccharide. It's a molecule that actually helps activate, like a key in a lock, your own immune system. It helps to potentiate and optimize and be battle ready. But besides the beta-glucans, our mushrooms, because of the way that we grow them, we have prebiotic fiber that acts as a healthy platform for healthy and diverse probiotic development, which as well contributes to gut health. And most of you are learning that gut health is such an important part of your overall immune system. And in addition, we capture the digestive enzymes. And so when you get these great digestive enzymes in your gut, that helps with your optimizing all of the nutrients that are coming through your digestive tract. So that is something that is truly very unique about how we grow our mushrooms. And they're all, of course, organic and non-GMO and gluten-free and unkosher and all the things that your moms are interested in. And
awesome.
Vegan.
Oh, yeah, vegan. So you mentioned immunity and sports performance. So what are some of like the other major health and wellness benefits of incorporating functional mushrooms into your routine?
Well, certainly the cognitive health, people have so much coming at them nowadays. And so lion's mane is a mushroom that has really, really dramatically increased in popularity. It has the ability to help with the synthesis of a nerve regeneration factor. A lot of people use it to help them with focus. We find a lot of people combining reishi for its adaptogenic properties and lion's mane. So it helps keep focus, helps them with their memory and their clarity. Brain fog. I don't need to tell any mom about that, right? When you have a little bit of sleep and you have so much to remember and so much coming at you, it's a challenging world right now. And so that's a really, really unique mushroom. Another one that's really popular right now is called chaga. And so we have We have chaga in many of our different products, and it's known for its unique antioxidants. And so, helping with free radical damage, that's, you get all the benefits for your hair, your skin, and your nails, and also free radical damage relating to overall immune health as well.
Wow, incredible. So tell us a little bit about your favorite products, because I know you've mentioned a couple, but what do you like to take? What is your go-to?
So, when we first started out, we really did a lot of powders. And so I've been a smoothie maker or a juicer since the 1970s. And it just kind of that easy. I'm always on the go. And so I like to do that in the morning. And so right now we have a new product, which I love. It's called Master Blend. You can see that. And it has all 11 of our mushrooms in it. So wow. You don't even have, so you get great synergies when you combine different mushrooms. It also has 3 great botanicals in it, astragalus and ginkgo and tulsi. And so you get all this tremendous immune boosting properties when you take or put any one of our single species into a smoothie. I'm also a big water drinker, and I'm sure most of you are out there. And we chatted a little earlier about our energy drink products. So I developed this because my daughter came home as a teenager with some friends who had energy drinks, which I'm just going to say I'm not a fan of, especially for children, right? So we wanted to develop something that was natural. This has vitamin C. It has B12 in it, has a great blend of mushrooms and an orange citrus flavor. Well, I take this every day in my water. And now we've expanded that line for an immune product that has probiotics with our prebiotics, a beauty product that has collagen and vitamin E, and a brain fuel product that has folate in it as well. And so, again, I try to use things that are really familiar to me and my routine. When I'm traveling, I'll take our capsules with me all the time, just to make sure that's in my bag and I can easily use those. But now we have these hot drinks. And I'm just going to say it's almost a little bit of a challenge for me to figure out what I want to use every day. So I work long days, and in the middle of the afternoon, I tend to get a little hungry. We have these new broths. This is a Mighty Veggie Broth that is so delicious, and it has 7 grams of vegetable protein, of pea protein.
Wow, that's incredible.
And my nephew, he's my grandnephew, he's 9 years old, loves this because it has a lot of miso in it, and he loves to have miso soup. This is delicious. And so this I put in a mug. That's why we were showing you the Yeti mug earlier. And 8 ounces of water, stir it up. So I can do it at the office. I can do it in an airplane. I just ask for hot water. Not that I'm on planes much these days, but when I am, I can just take this with me. And then now the deliciousness of this hot chocolate is, and you mentioned you can have it cold. I love oat milk. That's one of my new favorite things. Ice and oat milk, and this hot chocolate is phenomenal. So I just kind of think about my routine and how can I incorporate it. And when you're thinking about your family, for instance, I hope smoothies are a great way to get hydration and nutrition into your children's and maybe your husband's lives. So that's easy. You can also cook with our mushrooms. So we've been getting great recipes with our new broths where people add it to a stir fry, for instance. Or if you're someone who makes soups or stews, spaghetti sauce, guacamole, whatever, you can just add our powder right in. And I tell people our mushrooms are kind of chameleon-like in flavor. So they will take on the flavor profile of whatever it is that you add them to. So you don't even know that they're there. And either will your husband or your children. So, no, I mean, there are people who don't necessarily like the texture of mushrooms. And this is a great way to be able to have them. They have a long shelf life, so you're not worried about using them in 2 days or less. And so a great way also to deliver a health product to your family, especially during this time.
Yeah, I'm seeing some comments come in. I think a couple people were interested to know if you had coffee
Yes, we have. Well, right now we have a coffee latte on available at, we're in Whole Foods and Sprouts and Fresh Time and Fruitful Yield and all the independent. This is our coffee latte. And yes, we will be launching a coffee real soon. So
Ooh, that sounds delicious. That's definitely something I'd have to have because I am a hardcore coffee drinker.
Right. And again, a part of your everyday routine, without a doubt, right? Yeah. so those are the kinds of products we love to make. Yeah.
So who are the moms who can benefit the most from incorporating this kind of stuff into their family's routine?
That's a great question. And, I think mushrooms help benefit everyone. My only caution is when you're pregnant, your body's going through so many changes. And I don't need to tell any mom out there about that, right? All of a sudden you feel like you're so tired and what happened to my body as this little human is developing inside of you. So I think adding and introducing any new supplement during pregnancy is not advised. And likewise, as you're going into breastfeeding, again, it is a toll on your body. And one of the ways that mushrooms work is they help your body create the adaptations. I just think that there's a time after you've gone through breastfeeding that's a good time to introduce mushrooms, and you should really make them a part of your everyday life, and for as long as you can. I'll just say that because I think they really truly have such unique benefits. The kingdom of mushrooms is very different than plant life. Plant life split off 9 million years prior to the fungal kingdom, and so there's a lot more similarity in DNA of the mushrooms to mammals than plants, and that's why they're so effective in helping improve our health and wellness.
Wow. Well, how did you first start kind of incorporating all of the functional mushrooms into your family's routine? I know you're mentioning smoothies and stuff. Was there a specific way that you kind of started to get your kids and other people in your family into it?
Yeah, definitely smoothies. And then this energy product was definitely my daughter's go-to. And as she was studying at NYU, this helped her focus as well. Because it had yerba mate and some botanicals that help with focus and alertness. And so she absolutely loved taking that product. It really helped her with her studying and with her focus. I know that she and a lot of my nieces are big fans now of our broths, and they include those in their everyday life, as well as the powders. I think most of my family are people that are juicing and smoothies and so on, and so they like to take those. I'll say a lot of my brother-in-laws, the male part of the family, are more capsule takers, and we have a complete array of capsules. And so if that's easier, you can just take 3 capsules whenever it's convenient with some water. And so again, just trying to make it easy for someone.
And what are some of the functional mushrooms that kids can benefit from? I know we talk a lot about moms, but I mean, when it comes to giving it to younger kids, like middle-aged kids, older kids, what are some of the great benefits and what mushrooms can they take?
Yeah, good question. Well, again, we know that in the Asian culture, mushrooms are really used on a daily basis. Mushrooms like shiitake, which are in our broths and in many of our products, maitake as well, that you find in your culinary in the produce aisle. Reishi is a mushroom that is highly revered in traditional Chinese medicine, and it helps with that adaptation. It helps with calming. So that's a specific mushroom that I think can be really helpful for children.
Awesome. I'm looking at some of our comments coming in. A couple of people have been asking about how much they can take, how many different doses they can take per week.
Sure. Yeah, great question. And so we've been involved in some research. I think I saw a question pop up around that. We were involved with sports performance research, looking at at max VO2, which is a measure of endurance. And we also were looking at how much it took before you saw results. So 2 grams a day. So that's all of our products have at least 2 grams of mushrooms. So that's a teaspoon of our powder, and in every one of our products, there's 2 grams of mushrooms. So if you take that, you'll see benefits in about 3 to 4 weeks. But if you double dose, you'll see benefits closer to 2 weeks. And so often we'll recommend people double dose, and you can, take it all at one time. You can take some in the morning, some in the evening as well, if that works better for your routine. But that'll just accelerate those adaptations that are occurring in your body. And we know people are impatient, so they want to see the results. And so if you take it twice a day, you'll see the results a little faster.
Awesome. So a couple of other comments too. People are wondering if they already are taking vitamins, mineral supplements, if mushrooms could interfere with that, or if they could somehow counteract whatever medication they're taking.
No, there's no really contraindications other than if you're on blood pressure medication. Mushrooms can help, specifically reishi, with lowering blood pressure and helping create a balance in your blood pressure. So you would want to always consult with your doctor whenever you're introducing something new, if you're on medication, and then you just introduce it over time. And that can hopefully help reduce or eliminate your need for medication. Otherwise, when you're talking about other vitamins and other supplements you're taking, actually having improved gut health helps to optimize absorption. Right? If you don't have healthy gut microbiome and a really healthy probiotic development, then you're not really absorbing all the nutrients that you could. So actually, I would say, you don't want to stop taking something else that's working for you, but I think the addition of mushrooms will help with the uptake and the absorption of those nutrients.
Wow, that's incredible. I feel like I learned so much more today about functional mushrooms. That's so great. And all of our moms look like they're really, really interested in trying your products. So super excited for that. I guess we're going to wrap it up right now real quick, just because I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. So if you guys want to learn more about Alm Organic Mushroom Nutrition, make sure you head over to their website, almmushrooms.com. You can see all of their incredible products, order some for yourself to try. And, kind of learn more if you have questions about functional mushrooms. So thank you so, so much for joining us today, Sandra, and for telling us all about functional mushrooms.
You're very welcome. Thanks so much for having me on today. I want to shout out to all the moms. Get some sleep. Get out in the fresh air while it's the beautiful summer weather. And thanks for joining us today.
Yep, thank you. And remember to all of our viewers to keep liking, sharing, commenting for your chance to win. And don't forget to head over to Alm Mushrooms on Instagram at Alm Mushrooms for your chance to win a beautiful blue Yeti Alm Mushrooms mug. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you, guys.